If you like that personalised cold outreach converts higher than a copy and paste message blast to hundreds of people, but dislike the amount of hours it takes to send a personalised message to every single person, then it's highly likely that you will like this AI automated 100% personalised cold outreach assistant. And very quickly, the reason I put legal in the title is because there is multiple tools out there that can allow you to scrape data from LinkedIn profiles. However, for me, this is slightly legally risky, as there is a chance that this violates LinkedIn's terms of service when it comes to data scraping, which can lead to things like banned accounts, and therefore the potential that you might not be able to even use LinkedIn for your cold outreach. So what I'm about to show you is what I feel abides by LinkedIn's terms of service, but still allows you to take a personalized cold outreach approach on the platform. So here we are in Zapier's AI agents function, and we can choose to use a template here, or we can choose to start from scratch and create our own agent. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to name this agent LinkedIn Cold Outreach Assistant. The description can be assist with personalized cold outreach for LinkedIn. Then we can click start from scratch. And here is our brand new assistant. It says, "Hi Mia, I'm looking forward to working together. To get started, you can ask me questions about live data or have me take an action in one of your apps. If you have actions you want me to run on a regular basis, create a behavior." And that's exactly what we want our assistant to do. So we'll click create a behavior and then click create behavior. Now we can name this behavior, but just for this video, we'll leave it blank. The next thing we want to look at is the trigger. So we can leave this as on demand, and that's basically when we manually trigger this behavior to run. Or we can schedule it, or we can trigger it with an action in an app. So I'm going to trigger it using Google Sheets. Click Google Sheets. The trigger is going to be new spreadsheet row. As you can see, my Google Sheets account is automatically connected. The spreadsheet is going to be LinkedIn profiles, and the worksheet is simply going to be sheet 1. And then I can click save, and our trigger is done. I will actually show you this Google Sheet. Here it is, the world's most simple Google Sheet you've ever seen, simply named LinkedIn profiles. And this is where we will paste in this column here profile URLs, which will therefore create a new row within the spreadsheet and trigger the behavior to occur. So heading back to our assistant, our trigger is set, and now we can move on to the instructions. Now I have actually pre-written the instructions to avoid this video being super long, so I'm going to copy and paste them into here and then talk you through it. So here are my pre-written instructions. So your name is John Smith. You are a business development executive for a software development company specializing in enterprise solutions called SyncStream Software. You help sign new clients for SyncStream software using cold outreach via LinkedIn. When this behavior is triggered, of course our trigger is up here, use the most recent profile URL in the spreadsheet LinkedIn profiles. So I can show you that now. As I said, the world's most simple spreadsheet that currently contains the company profile URL for Netflix. We're going to start it off with something big to make sure it works before niching down to smaller, maybe not so well-known companies. So it's got some data in here. So use the most recent profile URL in the spreadsheet LinkedIn profiles to create new spreadsheet row inside this specific spreadsheet, which is here, where we ask for company name, about, website, industry, company size, headquarters or an office location, and then the draft LinkedIn message. Once again, very simple spreadsheet. So use the most recent profile URL within this spreadsheet to create a new row in this spreadsheet, fill in each specified column with the relevant data, and here we have all the columns I just stated to you in that spreadsheet. If any information is not available, leave that specific column blank, that's okay. Then I put, it's very important the message is personalized to the company. The about section should be no more than 200 words. We don't want these massive data entries within our spreadsheets. And equally, the draft LinkedIn message should be no more than 200 words. As of course, one barrier with cold outreach is people actually reading the message we are receiving, let alone replying to it. So that's our instructions. So I just need to make sure that the data and the actions within these instructions are set up properly. So I'll get rid of this and I'll add the data. I'll hit the slash key and click find data, then click add data source, hit Google Sheets. My account is already connected. The specific spreadsheet is LinkedIn profiles. That's where we keep the company URLs. And of course, it is only sheet 1. Then click data source. Now that is syncing. Now we can move on to the action. I'll just delete this and re-add it to make sure everything works properly. Once again, hitting the slash key, then click take action, hit Google Sheets, then find create new spreadsheet row. There it is. Double check the settings by clicking this little cog here. The spreadsheet, we are going to set a specific value for this field. And of course, this is going to be LinkedIn cold outreach data. The worksheet is simply going to be sheet 1. So we need to set a specific value for this field and click sheet 1. There it is. Drive is simply going to be my Google Drive. And because we have set the specific spreadsheet and the specific sheet within that spreadsheet, we have now got all our columns that we listed within that spreadsheet. And we are going to let the AI agent generate a value for all these fields. So we can simply hit save. Now that I'm happy with the instructions, I can save this and I can test it before needing to tweak or change the instructions in order to alter the output. That's of course if we're not happy with the test. So I'll hit save and then I'll hit test behavior. It says I'll start by gathering information about Netflix from their LinkedIn profile. So we know that it's gathered the URL from the data source that we provided it. Now it's saying I'll create a new spreadsheet row with Netflix's information and include a personalised LinkedIn message. So it has said we're actually experiencing some technical difficulties, please try again later. And simply me testing retest behavior hasn't worked. So I'm going to log out of my Zapier account, log back in and see if everything works correctly. So now after a few retests and actually a Google Chrome update, it has produced an action preview for what we wanted it to produce. So it plans to create a new spreadsheet row containing the company name Netflix, this whole about section about Netflix gained from its LinkedIn profile, the website, the industry, the company size, the headquarters office location, and the draft LinkedIn message. Hi Netflix team, I hope this message finds you well. I was impressed by Netflix's global reach and innovative approach to entertainment, especially your recent ventures into live sports streaming like the NFL Christmas Day games. At SyncStream Software, we specialize in enterprise solutions that streamline operations and enhance user engagement. I believe our expertise could complement Netflix's mission to revolutionize entertainment. I'd love to connect and explore potential synergies. Best regards, John Smith. A 100% personalized cold outreach message just from gaining the LinkedIn company profile URL. So now that I'm happy with this, I can click approve. And now the action is in progress to create a new spreadsheet row with the preview information it provided here. So it says the action is complete, so we can now go into our spreadsheet and see if the information is there. So let's go to our LinkedIn cold outreach data, and there it is. Of course, we can play around with the formatting, take off the bold and bits like that, but we've got our company name, the about, the website, the industry, company size, head office, quarters, location, and our draft LinkedIn message. Now, I think this is good, but if you wanted it to be better, we could go back and tweak and change the instructions in order to change the output. Now, of course, if you were happy, you could just send this to Netflix. Alternatively, if you know the individual to send this to, you could simply delete this part here, enter their name, and send it off to them. However, Netflix is a big company that probably millions of people know. But I want to test this AI agent with our new behavior published and with a company profile URL for a much, much smaller business. So if we head back to our assistant, Here it says don't forget to turn this behavior on once you're finished setting up. So we can turn this on. Now we know that it works. Of course, if we wanted to make improvements, we could absolutely do that as well. Then X off this. And now we can head to our LinkedIn profiles spreadsheet and we can add a new profile URL. As I said, I want to test it on a much smaller company. So I'm going to paste in the URL. And this URL is actually for a legal services company within the area that I live in. So a much more smaller company, but still has a presence on LinkedIn. So now that has been added, this should trigger our automation to take this URL, to gather the data that we've asked for from it, and to use that data to write a personalized LinkedIn message that we can then review and send. And there we have it. All our information automatically added to this spreadsheet and our draft LinkedIn message. Hi, recipient's name. I came across Tollers and I was impressed by your long-standing history and comprehensive legal services for both individuals and businesses. At SyncStream Software, we specialize in enterprise solutions and could streamline operations across your multiple office locations and diverse practice areas. I'd love to explore how we can support your team in delivering exceptional service. Let me know if you'd be open to a quick chat. Best regards, John. So you can see here, this is not a copy and paste scenario. This is two 100% personalized individual LinkedIn messages where all we had to do was enter a company LinkedIn profile URL to a spreadsheet and it automatically produced this for us with a bunch of other information. Now I did test the automation. It took a total of 2 minutes and 22 seconds, which is slightly long. However, I'm sure that Zapier are constantly working on making sure that these automations can work even more efficiently for us with every single day that passes. And realistically, you could head to this LinkedIn profiles page and copy and paste in a bunch of URLs and just let the automation run in the background. Maybe you do it throughout the day, and at the end of the day, you quickly come to your LinkedIn cold outreach data and review these messages, simply copy and paste and hit send. Equally, if you know someone or you know the correct person within the company to send into once you are logged in within your own LinkedIn account, then you can take these messages and use them for that. The thing that prevents this AI assistant from doing the same thing with LinkedIn profile URLs, not LinkedIn company URLs, is simply their terms of service and their web scraping or data scraping policies. But as I said, if you do know the individual that message should go to, then when logged into your own LinkedIn account, you can contact them using that message and it is still 100% personalized to their company. Creating the assistant that I have done today avoids running into any legality issues and therefore ensures that we can always continue with our cold outreach strategy on LinkedIn. Imagine LinkedIn being your main source for your lead generation strategy, and then violating the terms of service meant that you could no longer use your LinkedIn account. For me, it is not worth the risk. But as always, if you found this video useful, feel free to hit subscribe as I continue to explore the capabilities of AI automation